Yeah, YouTube's buttons have been completely lacking lately. Uh, I had to delete and re-download the app over and over again. That didn't help. I mean, I wasn't really going to stream, but I did notice it. It was more than just a streaming button. It wouldn't let me schedule. It wouldn't let me schedule any community post either, which I did have one scheduled for something, but um, yeah, they didn't let me schedule it, so took a long. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what was going on with it, but it's also Cinco de Mayo. So it ain't been my internet. It's been YouTube's buttons. They've just been lacking. What's up, Johnny? Oh, I almost dropped my phone. Oops. Hit 87. I hit like 80. We're going through a cold spell here. Or colder. Like it's still warm. It's still warm, but you know, this is the time of year everything's growing out. We ain't gonna freeze. I really don't really celebrate it really. I just like I'll eat usually that night we'll eat Mexican food. Um that's what so I guess that counts as celebrating it really. I'll eat Mexican food on Cinco the night of Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, gusty winds peak of 47. Dang. It's a little breezy here. Sup, Josh? You're on the Hanover account. You're too lazy to switch. I have 3 accounts, but I don't really use the second one. The second one's the Breakable 2.0. I don't use that. YouTube let me to explain what I'm talking about, Veals. YouTube. What? What? I didn't do anything, but YouTube's buttons were like. See, YouTube was having an issue where half of the buttons on the website weren't working. It wasn't letting me share long form videos. It wasn't letting me view my analytics, view my community. I mean, it let me view my community post, but not the actual community. And it didn't let me what, what else? It didn't let me schedule community posts, and
and it didn't. Yeah, it was just lacking. I didn't do anything. I have I barely posted much besides like maybe a few vague videos. Yeah, it's happened before. This isn't the first time. Yeah, it took them about. It happened. I think it started on, I believe, Thursday. But yeah, what's up, Andy? Yeah, I did that and it briefly works, but then it just the buttons went back to lacking. So, but thankfully I don't have to do that. No, I didn't get. If I would have gotten a guideline strike, I wouldn't have uploaded anything this week because it's a week long. I can't upload any YouTube videos. I've never done anything to get a community guideline strike. So, by the way, I know y'all saw, but I did finally confirm WXK47, which now means I've got only WWG82 left on the Western North Carolina NWR. And, yeah. Yeah, I never really do anything to violate guidelines, so it's definitely not that. I've had one video taken down for copyright, but it was some dumb it was an EAS video I caught, but it was got a copyright claim. So I ended up uploading it with just the audio. But that's it. That's all that really happened. And that was a while ago, so it blocked it Nate. It didn't really get taken down, but it got blocked nationwide. So that's basically taking it down. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, tonight was an exception. I actually had Indian food tonight. Usually I have Mexican food on Cinco de Mayo, but today was an exception this year. I love guacamole and queso dip though. Yeah, last time I had Mexican food was on Sunday because me and my dad we were up in Morganton. Oh yeah, it was International Firefighter Day. I saw it and I'm like, and I forgot I was gonna actually like I was probably gonna make it like right below because I have a lot of family members who are firefighters. Crinkle cut fries are good. I agree. Curly fries, I love curly fries too. Yeah, I'll be. This will probably be the last stream of my school year. I might go live over the weekend. I don't know, but I don't want to overdo it. I will definitely go live. Not this Friday, but the next, because that's the first day of summer. I will definitely go live for. Oh, and not only that, I gotta tell y'all something. So when we went up to Table Rock, we think about going. Yeah. Oh yeah, for RWT. I will be catching the RWT not this week, but next week. I know my summer doesn't officially start till next Friday. I will be catching the RWT that Wednesday because I will be out because of testing. I don't test that day, so I will be out. So I'll catch it then. Yeah, I'll be catching. That will be my next RWT, and then my real summer RWT is going to be May the 20th. Yeah. May 20th will be my. I'm pretty sure y'all know. Pretty much every Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah. That's two, including hunting. Let's get back to 2023. I hope you do get to 50 soon to so you can stream on there. Cindy's barking again. Yeah, I will. My next live stream from now it might be the first day of summer. I don't know. Yeah, well, yeah, you're at 35. I'm at 11 on my DX. I started my DXing, I think, 2 weeks before you did the Hanover thing. But I didn't post. I didn't promote it much. Also, like I've made one community post about it. That's it. And my community posts don't appear in the algorithm that well. So yeah, my community because my community posts don't. I'm working on the AM nighttime AM band scan. It's taken me a long time because you know all the AM stations, and it's pretty difficult to identify. I'd say it's harder. Have you received a Atlanta station? Not yet, but I'm working on it. If you go by NWR, I've received um a few FFC stations, but no Atlanta FM yet. I thought I did receive an Atlanta FM because there was a sports yeah, I know 750 Atlanta. I got it. I can't get it in that great signal, but I got it. I don't know what they were really relay for FFC though. But yeah, I thought I got an FM station in Atlanta, but then it turns out they were just playing commercials for Braves because we don't have any more MLB teams up here. And they were a base I think the station was from South Carolina upstate, but I'm not sure. Yeah. But I don't know a single Charlotte area creator who's gotten KC80 from here. Yeah. It's taken me a while to get the stations identified. But I'll get the AM band scan out hopefully this week. Maybe it might be early next week. Car commercials with with addresses. Now it's easy to identify AM if you're listening. No, no. I don't get WNOH. I get 1053. 1053. WXL 59 probably isn't that far out of your coverage area. It doesn't serve Wake County, but you can probably get it because it's not too far away. You can probably get it without Tropo. I can get several stations that don't serve Gaston without Tropo. Yeah, WOSF. Yep, that's what I get. And they relay SVRs, so turns out I think yeah, I don't use L I stopped I stopped using WLNK because I can get WOSF in much better quality now because WLNK is much weaker. I mean, I can get 99.3, which is I forgot what the new call sign is, but WLNK probably does still relay SVRs if I had to guess. But yeah, they used to be strong enough to where you could get them anywhere realistically. Though they relayed anything came on. WMXG, yeah. WBT now. That's why WLNK moved. Is WBT moved to FM. WBT is really strong. Probably about as strong as WLNK was. The WLNK has their current transmitter in Indian Trail, but it's on lower power. And Indian Trail's on the other side of the metro. So I can get it, but not that great. Uh, Yep, WLNK was a WNSC, I think. I don't remember. Oh, WNSC, isn't that Rock Hill? 88.9. Yeah, they do. I can get them perfectly here. I use it to get CAE. Yeah, I use it to get CAE alerts because sometimes they'll relay alerts from WXJ20 as well. Actually, what's crazy, I can get on the North Carolina PBS, and I could probably get SVRs for Raleigh-Durham for the triangle. Heck, whenever I once went onto my grandparents' TV while I was home alone, there was a scroll up above for a flash flood warning for Pasquotank and Perquimans. And that's on that's 5.5 hours away. I can't get jack crap out of, I would be able to get ILM if I could get, actually, there are parts I would be able to I could there's no ILM station that's strong and or none of them says it. What channel was that? Uh, I forgot the call sign for that as well. But yeah, I got was PBS North Carolina, and on the scroll was a flash flood warning for Pasquotank and Perquimans. Not only that, but I think I've seen a few times where, there's been a few people from Virginia that gotten Raleigh area alerts from there. But yeah. Yeah. Uh, yeah, yep. My closest AKQ county, though, is, I believe, Mecklenburg, Virginia. Or that's gotta be one of 'cause it Mecklenburg, Virginia is on 85 on I-85 about 3.5 hours. Virginia, North Carolina, Virginia. Now, I could get AKQ alerts on AM too, because I know there's that one in Richmond. I'm trying to get more. Heck, I might wait to upload the AM base scan until I get a little more trained in it. So I know more FM than AM right now. Yeah. There's a lot of Roanoke FM stations you can get from Rowan County. I know that. Without Tropo. Or they're licensed to Roanoke. Though I have a feeling they could be on a mountain like south of Roanoke with like a really strong transmitter. Yeah, you're definitely better off getting FM in the mountains than NWR in the mountains, I'll say that. Yeah, you can get R and K alerts from the Roanoke area, sometimes on WXL42. But also you can some people in the triad I think you could get WXL60 in the the northern half of the triad. In fact, WXL60, I mean, the propagation map shows it being able to get it good in Guilford County, but I doubt you'll be able to get it. You definitely won't be able to get it like entirely perfect in Guilford County. That's a little south. Mm. You can get R and K if you can pick up WXL42, or if you can, you know, get anything from, or if you can pick up WXL42, if you could get MRX if you can pick up 97.3, whatever it is, 97.3 North Wilkesboro. I sometimes forget the call sign. I know this. But yeah, you can even get MRX on there because it monitors WNG 588. WKBC? Yeah, you can get MRX on there because it monitors WNG 588. Maybe one day. I don't know. Yeah, you can get MRX from here. You can get but yeah, I was up in the mountains and I finally got WXK-47 on the map. So that's a station already marked. That's actually my first ever MRX station I've gotten on camera. The other three I haven't gotten at all yet. MRX only has 4 transmitters though, so I think I can like barely, yeah, WTS. And then there's WBAM Montgomery, which I can get from Florida. No, we were picking WBAM up perfectly all the way from the Florida border to near the Georgia border on 85, all the way down to the Florida border. Truck ball was yellow, but I doubt you can. That made a big time difference. Oh, Josh, you remember what the WXJ42 thing from Echo? Tell Chicopee about it. But Chicopee will. I'll get you. There's a big meme about WXJ42 with all of us. And no, you were there. You were on that stream. Oh, you're in Maryland? Nice. I'll be on my next vacation in 2.5 weeks. Not this Saturday, not next Saturday, but the Saturday, 2 Saturdays from now. We wonder when wonder when you'll go back to Maryland. Mhm. Yeah. This year I got Florida, and then Florida again, and then we are gonna go up to the mountains one night, and there is a specific store down there I want to visit that there's not many of them left. Yeah, apparently WXL42 doesn't exist according to Echo. But yeah, there is a specific store I'll be going to whenever I go to up to the mountains. I'll be up in the mountains one night. Y'all could take a guess what it is. Yep, definitely. Totally. They don't have any Wawas in the mountains though. Well, I know it's probably a weather radio dreams enthusiast dream store, but it's yeah, barbecue Doritos. Yep, yep. The store is a is y'all won't believe it. It's a store that's basically a weather radio. Probably an enthusiast dream to go to. Radio Shack. There is a remaining Radio Shack in Newland, North Carolina that I will be going to sometime in the summer. It is still open in Newland, by the way. Is the Lenore one open too? Cause I look up the Lenore one and there's Newland. I know is open. Lenore, it shows there it being up. It shows there's something. It shows one in Statesville too, but I don't know if they're open or not. I can't confirm with them, but I can confirm Newland's open. Most people's locals are closed. I know there's like one in Ohio. I don't. There's not many left in general though. Well, we're gonna go check it out. But I don't go. I probably go up to Lenore about as often as I go up to Newland. So I don't know though. I'll see I'll see if the one in Lenore is open. There was one inside Eastridge Mall, Gastonia. NOAA's National Weather Service, Newport, North Carolina. Yeah, Radio Shack's still a thing. It's just not as big. It's not nearly as big. I thought they went completely out of business, but no, they're still. You can turn it on in the background while you watch if you want to. I don't think you already missed half of it. Doesn't it go on until 7:30? Oh yeah, it's getting a lot worse. They closed the last good thing I'd go there for, which was pretzel shop. I won't be returning to Eastridge probably for a long, long time, if ever again. The pretzel shop was the last good thing they had there, and they closed it down. Yeah, um, when I go to a Radio Shack, I might see about it. I might see if there's definitely gonna be some sort of radio in there. I just hope it's a good radio. But yeah, I'm about hour and a half from it, so we'll be going there. I'll also get an elevator video because we'll probably stay at a hotel in Banner Elk or whatever, and then we're gonna spend the rest of the time hiking. But I might see if there's a mountain we go to where I can get good. I doubt I'll get anything new that trip, but I'll do a WX band scan at the top of. Okay, I'm back. Might have to leave in a second. Or I might have to mute again in a second. Something so came out and yelled something, so had to mute for a second. Uh, Yep. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I just figured I just muted just in case like she had asked me something or something. I haven't watched Jeopardy in a long time. Honestly, I'm surprised they carried it on this long. I watched it years ago. I'm in a Might get a few FFWs tomorrow night into Monday morning. Or not Monday morning, Thursday morning. You didn't even know FFC issued a flood warning? I didn't know either. I don't really. What are you DXing WXA 31? It's the main channel 5 when you go outside, but you live in Savannah? I don't know how you get it without. I was like, you probably have to get it with Tropo. I mean, if it's your main Tropo, it makes sense because WXA 31 is a strong transmitter. But it's not that strong, I don't think. I don't think it's strong enough for you to regularly receive it from Savannah. I mean, do you get it all the time? Because WXA 31 is on the other side of the state. Uh, I know it won't be. Are there any other channel 5 FFC stations that are close enough to you? I know KPS 506, but that's a really weak transmitter. But I've gotten it once. It basically simulcasts WSK 56. You didn't know Cylon was from Savannah? He talks about KC85 so much. I'm pretty sure he talked about KC85 so much. I mean, he's not far from South Carolina. It's WXA 31, which is in Thomaston, Georgia. No. I still remember, I think it was a while ago, a friend of ours got it from Illinois, WSK 78, and it was a Tropo, not an E-skip. My furthest right now is with Tropo is KHB 36 Manassas, but without Tropo, that's all. That was off camera though. I couldn't, but I mean, my furthest with E-skip was caught on camera. KIG 64 Duluth, Minnesota. I'm surprised KHC 29 isn't wouldn't be your main channel 5 rather than WSA 31 because I get KHC 29 here all the time. It was more eastern for me. I don't get anything really north or south. No, I don't really get anything north or west from here, especially west. Like the only WXA 31 is a Western DX as well. But the only three stations I've gotten here from the west was WXA 31 and then also um KXI 81 Clayton, Georgia, and obviously my E-skip numbers being, WXA 88 Menominee, Wisconsin, KIG 64 Duluth, Minnesota, WNG 676 Clearwater, Minnesota, and then off camera, I couldn't get it. I think it was some station. It was made for Ashland, Wisconsin. I don't remember. It was the made for Ashland, Wisconsin. I don't remember what they call. I get a handful of tropos every month, usually, or at least every month of this time of year. Not too far yet, Rob, but I'm working on it. Josh has gotten several stations from Nebraska, and no, you got no. Your furthest FM was probably whatever that one station was in Seminole, Texas. It's a country station, I think, in Seminole, Texas. But my furthest hasn't really. Yeah. My furthest FM would have also been on July 4th if I was into FM DXing at that time, but nothing too impressive yet. Though I know FM signals do travel farther because stations are higher powered there. So there's a chance I could say. Never gotten an E-skip. July 4th was here. WLVH in Savannah, Georgia was on KHB 29. You can't even get KHB 29 from Savannah or Jasper County. Heck, you can probably, I don't know how well you can get it from Beaufort, but like, you can't get it from Jasper, and you definitely can't get it from Savannah unless there's a tropo. Now, it could be a small tropo and you get it because, well, that's how ocean tropos work, but it's still going to be a tropo. But I got KHB 39 in a yellow. That's how ocean DXing works. I heard mountain DXing can be that way too, though, so I said I needed to go up to, I said hopefully whenever we go back up to Table Rock, or maybe up to the mountains over there near Linville. Okay, I was just checking what that was. But yeah, once we get to the stations more of Linville, New Linden area over there, hopefully I can get to the top of the mountain early enough in the morning where there's still a tropo. I Well, they didn't on Table Rock. There's a Grandmother Mountain might be hard because that's where WNG538 is. WNG538 is really strong. Yeah, that is why they put radio towers on mountains. So their distance travels further. I really don't. I think. Yeah, yeah. Gonna eat dinner. All right. So yeah, Josh. WNG538 Linville. Mhm. WNG538 is your main out there. But what's crazy is when I was at Table Rock, when I was hiking, KJY 85 was coming in so strong, it was bleeding onto other frequencies, even though it's KJY 85 was 60 something miles away. I was getting every station I normally get. And then alongside WXK 47 Bristol, and I was getting, yeah, every station I normally get, including in with WXK 47 bleeding through. I'll probably get WXK 47 station ID when I go back to Newland. Go up to the mountains. And not only that, oh yeah, I meant to tell you, I will be going up to Marion, North Carolina a lot this summer too. Yeah, KJY 85 should serve more counties. I think they should serve Yadkin and Forsyth. And probably, I think that KJY 85 should serve Yadkin, Wilkes, and Forsyth. Because, yeah, I honestly don't know why they don't. Or at least, I don't know why they don't serve Yadkin, because Yadkin's on the Iredell County border. And again, I know they don't serve Yadkin because I don't hear anything from R&K on there. Honestly, I don't get why they don't serve Culloden. I thought they did for a long time, though. But no. Yadkin's its own county. Rowan County's Rowan County is Salisbury. Yadkin County is Yadkinville and Jonesville and that area. NWRDXing is still my favorite, but I have gotten into FMDXing. I'll tell you, NWR is definitely one of the easier ones to identify. My furthest NWR, oh, I've already said it. This stream, you'll know it. But yeah, I always thought GSB, or not GSB, KJY 85 should serve Yadkin, Forsyth, and Wilkes. I also think WNG538 and WXL56 and WWG82 should WWG82 should serve Georgia and Tennessee counties. WNG538 and WXL56, in my opinion, should also serve Tennessee counties. I don't. I still find it crazy that GSP doesn't have any transit that serve any Georgia count or or any Virginia counties or Tennessee. Tennessee more of because they have counties on the Tennessee border and transmitters on the Tennessee border. And in fact, your main when it comes to reception in parts of East Tennessee is WXL56. But yeah, 96.1, which is hits 96.1 here, is a rock station in Myrtle Beach. I think 96.1 in Myrtle Beach has the same format as, or the same playlist format, a lot like WEND 106.5, which is a country station in Myrtle, but here in WKZQ Forest Brook. Yeah, that's a not gonna lie. Some of these, I'm not gonna lie though. Some stations, some FM stations, you don't. They have their license in the most random locations. Like WOSF serves the Charlotte area, but has its transmit, but it's licensed to Gaffney, but its transmitters in Dallas. Yeah, I know it's a lot. Now W, now a lot of these. There's a lot of state most what's crazy, you think of all these big cities with their FM, most FM transmitters are not located within the city that they are licensed in if it's a major city. Most Charlotte area are located in more towers, and Dallas, North Carolina's a big one. Like there are several stations licensed in Charlotte that I can't get because their transmitters are out. Yeah. Hardyville. A lot of Savannah stations have their transmitter in Hardyville or Jasper County, including KC85. Oh, bro, summer's almost here. 3 more days this week, 1 day next week, and then I have an exam next week, and then my first full day, my first day of summer is Friday. Sucks how yeah, WXM88 Waynesboro sucks I never could confirm it. I'm glad I could confirm WXM65 Baxley before they took that down. 9 people, dang. Yeah, I was lucky. I'm just glad I got WXM65 Baxley before they went off the air. Yeah, but guess who could have recorded one if it never got taken down? Me. And yeah, now I think Waynesboro's main would be WXK54 Augusta. I can't see 29 Bardwell. Which I get both of those a lot. I get WXK50. WXK54 basically turned into a main basically turns into a main during July. Like I get it every morning and every night for like a month straight. Ugh. Yeah. But yeah, there are recorded broadcasts of WXK65. There's none of WXM88, which sucks because I'll never know what WXM88 sounded like. You know what WXK65 sounds like because you can just look. You don't have to even dig that far. You can just look it up and you'll find it. And then you have WXM93. I mean, hopefully there's one. Maybe one day we'll be in. I can go to rural South Carolina and get the RWT. It won't be lost media no more. The broadcast cycle of WXM93 isn't really lost media, but I'll just say, yeah. Yeah, I got WXM93 in Myrtle Beach, so, and I could confirm it was WXM93 because I got it on video of the station ID. Yeah, 100 watts. I bet you WWG 77's not much higher powered. WWG 77 Sumter's really low powered too. I got it from my house one time in 2022. That was during a really strong tropo. Yeah, again, WWG 77 and even WXM93 broadcast cycles exist out there, but there's not. I don't know, you might be the third, I don't know. I know there's, but WWG 77, there's not many broadcast cycles of it. Yeah. Hello, Brayton. You can KX8 28 Sandersville with WXJ 28 strong. KXI 28 is not really that weak though. I can say that. I got KXI 28 here. I've gotten WXJ 28 from Charlotte, my house. I got WXJ 28 on May 18th this year. This is my first ever station in South Georgia I've got here that was a or nah, take that back. I've gotten KC85 here several times. That's my first Jacksonville station I got here. Sucks I haven't got a station that serves Florida yet. But what's crazy? What's crazy is good, not me. I think it was. I've seen. Um. Oh, believe it or not, I've seen people get my secondary main and when I go to Florida Panhandle from Charlotte, and I said, "Oh, I wish I could have got that." I've never gotten any Mobile. Well, I never got any Central Time stations from here except for the skip stations. No Central Time NWR yet, though. That's bound to change, I bet. You've unlocked 2 out of 5. Well, I unlocked all 5. I've unlocked all 5. Yes, there's 5 of them. The other 3 you have left to get is KC95, WNG628, and WXL50. And I've gotten all 3 of those. I got WXL50 while WXL70 was was still in service. Or no, it's online. It was work. WXL70 was working fine, but the turbo was strong enough for me to get WXL50. I really hope I can get a turbo like that again, where I can get a station to overpower WXL70. Doesn't happen often. It's not entirely impossible. I've gotten KC85 to go over KC95 when I was in Myrtle Beach, and I've also gotten KC84 to go over KC85. I've confirmed there's how many MHX transmitters? 4, I think. Oh. No, KXI95. Yeah, but KXI95 is, as you know, is not ILM. KXI95 is MHX. So you basically listed 6 ILM stations, but you've gotten WNG628, so WXL50. You might have thought was a Raleigh transmitter, because it serves way more Raleigh counties than it does ILM. Well, I've gotten WNG627. I completed my I confirmed every CAE station too, except for or as of now I have, except for the one that went off the air being WXM88, which I probably could have got, honestly. But again, I'm just glad I got WXM65 Baxley. That's how it is a lot when you're near mountains. That's how Charlotte FM works. There's only one CHS station I haven't gotten. Or take that back. No, I've confirmed every CHS station too. Take that back. Take that back. I've gotten every CHS station as well. There's one Jacksonville station I haven't got, which is KB 97 Lake City. I have yet to get that. That's the only Jacksonville station I haven't gotten. I got KHV 39, WNG 522, WWH 39 was my main for a week. WHA 28, WXK 75, and even the one that went off the air. Yeah, again, KB 97 is the only Jacksonville station I have not gotten. What's crazy, I haven't gotten a GSP there's one GSP transmitter I haven't gotten, and that's WWG82. As y'all know, everybody knows the lore for that. I would have got a RWT for WWH39, but I didn't know Jacksonville tested at 10, and I was eating breakfast at 10 that morning. And then, so like, I was in St. Simon's Island. But I did get a special marine warning off of it, so I guess that works. No, Jacksonville, because it mentioned Fernandina Beach. Mobile, freaking 9 a.m. Even though I know in Central Time that's the same time, but like Mobile has to be one of, if not the earliest tester. I haven't gotten. I don't know which station I will try to get the RWT on. I might try to get it on WNG. What was it? Seven something, I think. In Bruton, Alabama. I might try to get it off that because that's a station I bet you. That's a station I bet you that there's not any like big, or I don't know, there might be an RWT off of that one, and I know there's one off of one of I gotta remember my call signs. But yeah, it was Jacksonville because it said Altamaha Sound to Fernandina Beach, not Savannah to Altamaha Sound. And I'm pretty sure CHS doesn't have waters going down to Florida. But yeah, I'm assuming because WXG28 serves Glenn in Macintosh, they have WXM65. I've always thought it was strange that WXM65 did have marine forecast on it, because I didn't serve a coastal county. Yeah. But yeah, the one I got was Altamaha Sound to Fernandina Beach. So that was Jack's. I was Thinking I might have gotten SVR, but I didn't get any. We're talking about alerts in general. But yeah, I plan on catching the RWT on. I'll try to get Tallahassee's, which I assume they test at 11, or they might test at 10 Central. I don't know what they do for their Central time stations. I don't know if they test an hour later or not. But I do know when I get to St. Petersburg. Actually, if I can, because they test early enough, Jacksonville testing at 10 instead of 11 might be to my advantage, because I might be able to DX the Jacksonville test. But yeah, right now, the station I'm working on getting is KEB 97, which I think might be possible when I go to St. Petersburg, because Lake City's near there, on the way there. Yeah. But I don't know if WWH 20 does. Hmm. Mm. Yes. Yes. Tallahassee serves too many Central Time counties not to have a transmitter. They have 2 transmitters in Central Time. No, they have 2 transmitters that are entirely Central Time. Actually, they have 3 in Central Time, but the other one, which is WNG, I think WNG 633 needs, they serve a lot of Eastern Time counties too. No, KZZ 70 Blakely's Eastern Time. WWH 20 Central, KGG 67 Central. KZZ, yeah, KZZ 70's Eastern Time. And that's because KZZ KZZ 70 is in Georgia, and none of Georgia is in Central Time. All of Georgia's Eastern. Florida, I think, is the only state on the Atlantic coast that also has counties in Central Time. It is. There's no other Atlantic coast state that has counties in Central Time, or a county that also borders the Atlantic. Georgia doesn't, South Carolina doesn't, North Carolina definitely don't. And the nearest Central Time part to New York is West Indiana. So no. Your KH59. They probably have an RWT on KH59. Mobile was the second. Well, I confirmed every Mobile station as well. I finished it with WNG 640 Leakesville, Mississippi on July the 20th of 2024. I got WNG 640 Leakesville, Mississippi. I know Tallahassee, Indianapolis. I think Indianapolis serves Central Time as well. I don't remember. Mobile is entirely Eastern. Or no, entirely Central. Uh, Tallahassee, Indianapolis, Louisville, Paducah, Chicago. No, believe it or not, NWS Amarillo serves 0 New Mexico counties. Which honestly, I don't get why. Why not? A lot of the counties in eastern New Mexico should not be served by NWS Albuquerque. They should be Amarillo. But no, Amarillo is entirely Eastern Time. Or no, Eastern Time. Why do I keep saying Eastern Time? Central Time. NWS El Paso is entirely mountain. Midland Odessa is split in between 2 time zones. NWS Phoenix technically is, but that's only during the winter time. No, El Paso doesn't go into Central. El Paso is entirely mountain. MRX goes into Central. Uh, again, Louisville, Indianapolis, Chicago, Paducah. Bismarck does. I know that. I don't know if Rapid City. Yeah, Rapid City serves is also too. Sioux Falls is only Central, and I think Aberdeen's only Central. Pueblo's entirely mountain. Dodge City serves mountain and Central. Rapid City serves Central and Mountain. Bismarck serves Central and Mountain. Sioux Falls is entirely Central. Grand Forks is entirely Central. But any station, anyone in Montana is gonna be entirely mountain, or Wyoming's entirely mountain. Uh, I think every North Platte, I think, is split between Central and Mountain. Oh, they are all Central. Oh, then what serves the Mountain Time counties up in Nebraska? I know Cheyenne does. I don't know the other one. Huntsville's entirely Central. MRX is the one split between Eastern and Central. Believe it or not, NWS Cedar City doesn't exist. I don't know why NWS Salt Lake City serves St. George. Like, why? That's 5 hours away, and you're serving a city 5 hours away. I always thought St. George either should be served by Las Vegas or should have their own National Weather Service up there. No, believe it or not, no, NWS Vegas doesn't serve any Utah counties. Which honestly, I don't know why. I think NWS Vegas should serve Utah counties. But yes, during the winter time, Las Vegas serves two time zones, and so does Phoenix. But they don't observe Arizona doesn't observe daylight savings time, so yeah. Yeah. And then what's a few others that are split between time zones? Chicago, but yeah, as I said, Chicago actually is because they have one Eastern Zone county. I think it's Benton County, Indiana, I think, is the Eastern Time Zone county for Chicago. Lockport is central. Oh, speaking of which, Northern Indiana also goes into 2 time zones. It serves LaPorte, Stark. I think it is it. I think it's only LaPorte and Stark that are Central Time, but I don't really remember. I honestly have always wondered why LaPorte is Central, but because it's none. Michigan does go into Central Time at the far western half. So Marquette. Well, they basically do, besides a few counties on the eastern side. Though I don't know why LWX serves Cecil but doesn't serve Kent and Queen Anne's. Like, honestly, no. No, Cecil County should still be PHI. I don't know why Sterling did that. Sterling sort of serves Baltimore, DC, and Hagerstown, and all those. Garrett County should still be Pittsburgh, honestly. I don't know why LWX ever took Garrett County. But honestly, Garrett County still makes more sense than Cecil, even though Sterling's closer to Cecil. I still don't know why Cecil County is served by Cecil County, because think of it this way. Cecil County is technically in the Philly metro. It's not in the Baltimore metro, it's in the Philly metro. I think right above Elkton, which is Cecil County. Right above there is Delaware, Pennsylvania, I think. Or not wait, Cecil County I think is Philly Metro. I don't know, it could be Baltimore, but it's weird. That's how the Northeast Megalopolis works. They can't decide which metro it's in. Like Monmouth County, New Jersey, it's debated between Philly and New York. But yeah, in my opinion, if PHI is going to serve all those other Maryland counties in in eastern Delmarva, they might as well serve Cecil. Wing gust. It's gusting wings, guys. I don't really know many GSP counties that shouldn't be GSP. Or maybe Davie County. Always been a weird one. Yep, Memphis and Paducah. Two of the states cross over it. No, it's actually surprisingly it's just one state that both serve, and that's Missouri. Yeah, Mississippi, parts of Mississippi, they're Memphis Metro split between 3 states. So, there used to be a National Weather Service in Charlotte. Charlotte has its own radar, I think. Yeah, there used to be a National Weather Service in Charlotte, and there used to be one in Asheville, but they instead I think they decided to combine them, and then GSP took over. Yeah. I've always wondered, is Lancaster County's more southeastern than south central, though? I'll be honest. And I've always wondered how Lancaster County has 500,000 people. Like, Lancaster County has 500,000 people, but there's no real big city in it. Lancaster, the city has 40,000. Yeah. And I'd say also another debate is Lancaster County more Philly or is it more Harrisburg? Nah, I think it depends on where you are in the county too. I'd say it's more Harrisburg when you're in like Millersville, but it's more, it's probably more Harrisburg overall. But it's more popular. It's more popular. I think Dauphin County only has like 300,000 or something. It's more Harrisburg, but Harrisburg and Philly are basically connect. Heck, I'd argue Chatham is barely southeastern. Chatham is barely southeastern because you're still a good 2 hours from the southern border, or a good hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah. Now, and then I know it's more spread out between Harrisburg and Pittsburgh, so you're not going to be getting stations flooding in from Pittsburgh before you get out of the Harrisburg area. What's weird is, I mean, I think if it's strong enough, there are chances that, like, yeah. With North Carolina, um, Richmond County, I've always wondered, WXL 70, in terms of reception, it really shouldn't serve Richmond, but I'm not complaining that it does because that gives me more alerts out east. But yeah. Washington County's labeled North Central, even though it's more northwestern. Washington County is more northwestern than North Central. Mhm. Heck, no, I don't even think you can call it northern. Because of Maryland's shape, you can just realistically call it just Maryland. Is it really northern? Because It's on a southern border. Realistically, in my opinion, there's the only part. The true North Maryland is, uh, I'd say North Maryland could still be Pennsylvania border, but like you find it crazy. There are counties I think that the southern border. West Virginia is not really a southern border for Maryland. Virginia might be, sort of is, but there's counties on the Virginia border that are still northern Maryland. Frederick County, Frederick County, Maryland. Frederick County, Virginia. Does Frederick? I don't. I don't think Frederick County. I don't think Frederick County, Virginia. No, Frederick County to Virginia doesn't border Maryland. I think the westernmost Maryland border is Loudoun County. But I don't know. There might be a small Maryland border in Clark, but I doubt it. But yeah, yeah. No, Clark County doesn't. It's Loudoun. No, I think it's just Loudoun. Yeah, Loudoun borders Maryland. I think Loudoun shares a small border with West Virginia. I know. Yeah. Now that I think about it, should have been obvious. Loudoun shares a small border with West Virginia. And because of that, believe it or not, there's a West Virginia county in the in Metro DC. Charlestown, West Virginia is a DC suburb. Arlington borders Maryland, yeah. Fairfax, I think, shares a small border with Maryland. Arlington, Fairfax, Alexandria is just DC, and then Maryland. But yeah, guys, I think I'm about to hop off here. It's a school night anyway, but it's been great talking to y'all. As y'all can tell by the title, it is great that the freaking buttons are finally working again. So there's that. Martinsburg isn't considered a DC suburb. It's probably it's in the combined area with DC. But yeah, have a good night. I am. But yeah, trying to get Josh's elevator channel to 50 subs. We need the streams, dude. Try to there's not many people on here, but I guess I'll probably I'll post more on the DXing channel. Hopefully I can get the DXing channel up and get it. Because again, I haven't promoted it much, which is why it doesn't have. It has 11 subs right now, so. But anyway, have a good night. Um, and yeah, I will be live again. Probably when summer begins. Might go live one time before, but until then, have a good night. See ya.